Hey, how you guys doing today? This is going to be a combining video um, with Menasor. By now I know you guys already seen plenty of reviews on this guy, and I'm not gonna do that. All I'm gonna do is just kind of show you some tips and tricks that or troubleshooting, if you will, um, that I've come up with for the when it comes to the combining process. Because there's some pegs, and I'm pretty sure it's not just mine. But if it is, it's okay too. Like difficulty with pegs going in or tabs falling into place properly, things like that, etc. Um, so yeah, let's. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's go ahead and get to it. All right, first let's take off the trailer part for the truck. We're gonna separate this like so. Then we're gonna separate these two halves like that. And then we're gonna separate these two halves. This is the gun it comes with, nicely folded. These are the leg halves. Then we're gonna separate these two. This one's a little more, there you go. Yeah. And then this piece right here is pretty much the chest and the torso, like the upper thighs of Menasor. So, and this is the front part of the trailer. You just lift these up, open it up, like so. And this thing right here doesn't really serve much of a purpose. You don't really need this for anything. It would have been cool if it was used for like a gun or something extra or an extension of it. Turns into a little battle station, but other than that, I mean, it's better than nothing. But yeah, other than that, you don't really need this. All right, so first we're gonna transform this piece right here. So we're gonna lift up the legs, or what is the upper thighs on ratchet joints, like so. Bam, bam. And then you're gonna rotate this part like so, so that it looks like this on the back, this on the front, and that's pretty much ready right there. So this is the chest and the crotch and thighs of the upper thighs of Menasor. So okay, so I'm definitely gonna go through him real quickly, because Motor Master turns into the rest of the upper body for Menasor. My copy of Motor Master didn't, these tabs right here on the top didn't fall into place as perfectly as they look now. I actually figured out a way to kind of make them, tab into where they're supposed to a lot easier, a lot better actually. Because before that, it was like that, and it would not tab in no matter what I did. Every time I closed it, let me see if you guys can see it. Every time I closed that, it would like lift up, and it just would not close properly. So it looks like that and like that. So I like to mess with my Transformers sometimes over and over, just transform them, robot, alt mode until I find a solution for things like this, or like, very difficult pegs or other tabs and stuff like that. But yeah, I finally found that for this one. So the thing for this one, all you have to do is just really, when you close these two halves together, if possible, kind of leave it like, you see, I don't know if you could see, there's a little bit of space between my two parts. It's tabbed in for sure, but it's not completely pressed all the way. And what I did is I put my nail through there, or just leave a little bit of space in there. You don't even have to leave a lot, just very little. And then that will allow you to tab this in a lot perfect, like so. See that? So yeah, you might have to wiggle it a little bit. If you close it tight, kind of wiggle it slightly apart, but you can pretty much keep it this close. It looks close, right? There's nothing that looks off like that. And because of the spacing right here that you created, or that I created, I was able to tab in this piece perfectly. So that looks way better. So that's one thing I discovered, kind of transforming them over and over. So that was cool. let's go ahead and do this real quickly with him. Another thing that I did, there was one more thing that that bothered me about this guy right here, and that would be these knees right here, these top part of the trailer that become the knees. These would make a really loud snapping sound whenever I pop these out. They really made a really scary snapping sound, and I thought I was gonna break them for sure. And I was trying to figure out how to fix that, and just like I said, I kept transforming them, and no matter what, no matter how careful I was, that snap was just like really loud. So what I did is I shaved down the tabs here. Let me go ahead and show you guys. So these tabs right here, I went ahead and shaved these down on both sides, on both pieces, and then because this was like longer until about here. Yeah, that was really long. It was hard to get it out when it was during when he was in his Menasor mode, and a really loud snap for both of the occasions. So shaving this down definitely helped me a lot, and I don't feel like this tab is gonna break anymore, and it actually comes out off a lot easier, and it still stays in place. It doesn't come out or anything, you know. So that's awesome. So that was the other thing I did. Let me show you guys this one too. So yeah, I shaved this one here down as well. Let me see if you guys can see that. Yeah, there you go. That one right there. So yeah, it used to be longer up to about here. So yeah, shaving these two parts helped me out. Like I said, it could just be my copy, but on the off chance it's not, you know, there's a tip. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you should do it. This is just strictly my opinion. And the things I like to do to my figures when I get them, because you know, just to take care of them and they last long, you know. So yeah, there you go. Let's go ahead and transform this guy into the Menasor half. So you're gonna want to keep the legs open, undo the arms here as well here. These are really tight in there, and then fold these outward like that. And then this part is pretty much going to be folded downward like this, down the chest. You're going to rotate, actually no, not yet. You're going to rotate the arms right here upward like so, and then you're going to make sure that that these purple parts on the arms are facing outward like this, like that. And then you're going to pull out the shoulders like that and like that, so that it looks something like this. Then you're going to fold this down onto these pegs right here. There's two pegs down here, see them? And then these two little slots will go in there, this one here, and then this one has one on it as well, right there. So you're going to try to do that right there, like that. Okay, and then you're going to come around here and you're going to pop off the chest, or I'm sorry, the back part of Motor Master. You're going to pull out the Menasor head like so, and then you're going to put Motor Master's head in there, lift that up for clearance, and then you're going to want to rotate these legs. I'm sorry, not the legs, the waist, like so, like that. And then you're going to turn the legs to the side like this, and you're going to want to push the legs into this cavity here, but not all the way. It's going to be like a partial bit, like so, to about there, just to get enough in there to transform. Actually, make sure you turn these legs around as well, the feet, I'm sorry. And then you're going to close this tab on it like that, and you're just going to keep it, you're going to try to keep this closed because you're going to fold it upward. Push the tire in, and then you're going to see there's a little slot right here, and then this tab is going to go into that slot like so. And then you're going to pull this part right here, the car down, or the foot. It's going to tab in. Same thing over here. You open this up. You're going to want to make sure that goes in about that much. Fold the tab in. Oh, actually rotate the foot out first, and then roll that in, close that. Same thing on this side. Close the tire in. This part comes down like so, and then you're going to close this up till it folds down to this tab right here. Is going to tab in there. Same thing over here. Tab, slot, like so. And then this was the other part that I was talking about that was really difficult. So it's a lot easier now because I shaved down these tabs right here. So yeah, that was definitely awesome that I was able to do that. I don't have to worry about the loud snap. It's just a small snap, so that's cool. So those tab in like that, and there you go. You have the rest of the upper body of Menasor. So it's gonna look like that in the front, side, back. So yeah, that's cool. And then you're gonna want to tab in this part to the inside of this part right here. These two little circular tabs right here, and then this one right here are gonna all connect in here, here, and here. Make sure you push in so you can hear the click, and then when you do that, you push this flap right here up, and that kind of locks it in place so that it doesn't go anywhere. So, and there you pretty much have the torso of Menasor. Okay, so real quickly, this is the arm piece for drag strip. You're just gonna want to close these out. They fold outward, and then they tab into place right here like this on the side. And then the fist, pull that out, it clicks in. And then this part right here, you're gonna want to kind of open that up like that, and then swivel that downward like that. And then where this white tab is right there, you're gonna pop that outward as well, and then swivel that around as well until it connects like that. Bring the tire down, and there you have drag strip's arm. For drag strip, mine doesn't mine's I think mine's a little messed up because I have to when I put it on the mechanism here, it won't split the way it should. So what I do is I just use anything really works that fits into the release tab here, but I like to use the sword. And then even then it's a little tricky for me. It doesn't really like I'm trying to separate it and it doesn't really work. So, and there you go. Yeah, see, mine's was a little difficult every time. I always have to separate. I think this is definitely just my copy, or I just don't know how to do it the right way. If anybody has any insight on that, would be greatly appreciated. Also, another thing I do want to point out on this drag strip is that I ended up getting a custom item for him. I got like the hubcaps or rims, if you will. This is more cartoon accurate. So yeah, definitely was worth it for me. Let me show you this side too. There you go. They're pretty cool because they don't fall. It was only like $3 plus shipping, like $4 shipping, so like $9, something like that. But it was worth it for me because without these, it looked kind of ugly in there, in my opinion. Of course, it was like black, I think, on this one, and like yellow on this one. You can see the pegs, and it looked ugly. So I said, why not? I'd try them out and see if I like them, and I did, and they look really good. And like I said, it's cartoon accurate, so that's pretty cool. So then I just grab that after I've separated it, and then I just put them on there like that. Same thing on this side. And there you go. That drag strip's arm. And then this is the arm for dead end as well. You're going to pop these out like that. But these two separate in the middle. I like to keep them together and then transform it as kind of like, you know, while they're slightly put together still. Pull out the fist. Same thing over here. Pull that out. Swivel it where the tab's at. Pop it out. Swivel. Tires. There you go. And luckily for this guy, it definitely does transform the way it's supposed to. Oops, I actually got ahead of myself, and I transformed it without separating them. Okay, well, let me just go ahead and separate that anyways, since I'm already on this step. And see, he should be a little easier. There you go. So yeah. Okay, so let's do that. Like I said, I'm usually used to I end up doing them for both anyway, since I'm already there doing it for drag strips. So I rarely actually use the separating mechanism for dead end, even though his does work for sure. His definitely works. You know, it's just a habit. So here you go, and there's the arm. And these here are the legs. This is going to be the leg for, you fold that open. This is like the kneecap, so you click that in. Foot pops out like so. So this is pretty much the leg for dead end. I'm sorry, dead end breakdown. So for him, you just pop out the windshield like so, like that, and then you just fold the foot like that, and that's it. So the other thing for these two guys, him and Wild Rider, these pegs right here, this was the other problem here. These two here, and then they go into these little slots here. They were so difficult to pull back out every time that I felt like it was definitely going to break the cavities here where the pegs go. These, I feel like these were going to break because it was so hard. You really needed a lot of strength to like yank that thing, and it was just insanely jammed in there. So what I did was I ended up shaving these down a little bit. From the I couldn't reach all the way around, but surprisingly enough, it was enough to just shave it down from the bottom here. Let me see if you guys can see. So you can see some of the gray shaving right there. So I shaved it like here on the side here, and whatever I could reach from here and on the sides. Whatever I could reach, I shaved down a little bit on both sides. And now, thanks to that, I don't have to struggle or potentially stress the connection and break any of my figures pieces. So now when I do that, I used to take a lot of strength, right, yanking it. Sometimes I would use like a screw for leverage. Like I'd stick it in there and then kind of pop each side little by little at a time until it popped out. But now all I have to do is use my thumbs. Like I just use like the pressure of my thumbs and push in, and then it just kind of keep pushing, and then it pops out. So that is really nice. It took me a long time to figure out how to get around in there, and I didn't want to do it at first because I didn't want to mess it up, but I'd rather shave that down a little bit than potentially break. Menasor, you know, first combiner in so long, so since Combiner Wars, so definitely that was the other thing right there that I figured out. So hopefully it is just my copy and not everybody has that issue, but if you guys do, I mean, in my opinion, that helped me out, so it's a thought. Here's the one for Wild Rider. Same thing, pop it out, bam, bam. And for him, it was the same thing too. He was the worst one because his peg was just so insanely stuck on there. Like these two, I don't know if you could see, like they already had strain on them. Let me see if you could see that a little bit. There's like little stress marks here and here. And I was like, damn, I'm going to end up breaking this because of the pressure was just too much. So, thank God I ended up shaving him a little bit. So, and it worked. So I'm good with that. See, and you can see it's plugged in all the way down to the bottom, all the way. And right there, it's not. You can see it's not, but now it is, right? And now all I have to do is use a little bit of, I like to kind of dig my finger in there the best way instead of like yanking it. So I just put a pressure from my fingers on both sides, on these two parts here and here. I push and it pops out easily. Look at that. So yeah, definitely that was a big save right there. An excellent remedy for my Menasor at least. If you guys have remedies of your own, I'd like to hear those too in the comments. That'd be great. I'd like to hear different opinions as well. So yeah. All right, and then let's just put him together real quickly. He goes right there, like so. And then dead end goes in right here, like so, until you hear the click. And then Wild Rider, oops, I forgot to turn this around. Make sure you turn that around. The purple here has to line up with the purple from the Decepticon emblem. I forgot to turn that around, so there you go. And then Wild Rider. And then Breakdown. And there you go. You get a better angle of that. And there you go. There is your Transformers Legacy Motor Master. Like I said, it wasn't a review. It was just pretty much combining him and showing you guys the things I figured out to fix some of the problems on this Menasor and the Stunticons as a whole. Like I said, it might not be something that's on everybody's copies, but I know that it was on most. I know for sure the tight pegs on these guys were definitely an issue, and you know, everybody got the same for that. So like I said, there's this right here. I got this from eBay. It was from TF Labs. Definitely was reliable. Like I said, it was about $9 to $10 for those that want to pick this up. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys like what you saw, please subscribe, give me a like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.